thoughts are worse, and my dreams have taken a turn towards the disturbing. Even rest eludes me. Duke Bell seemed overprotective at first, but increasingly, I'm a prisoner in my own lab. The soldiers stationed here leave me alone, but even then I feel like I'm being watched. What really saddens me is the loss of my work. I've always thrived on my connection to the people who need me the most. The workers and their families. Each time I hear there's been an outbreak of some fever or some new condition among the miners, it pains me that I am not with them, working to ease their suffering.
Seen such a massive infestation.
Are you a patient of mine? I'm sorry. I should know that.
I'm here to ask you about something.
Do you cover your face because you were hurt? The afflictions we treat here are more common than anyone likes to admit.
I'm not here for treatment. I'm looking for Anton Sokolov.
Sokolov? Yes, he was here for a short time, but she took him away to see Kirin Jindosh. Do you hear something?
What about the Crown Killer? A patient of yours?
The Crown Killer? That name came from the newspapers. I'm afraid I don't... Oh yes, the murders. I was in Dunwall, studying diseases found among whaling crews. Wait, did someone just call me? I've been forgetting things. The Crown Killer is an interesting case. I feel almost sure I could help with that. It's just, I used to do such good work, and now my memory is failing me. Who is that calling me? Excuse me. I've gotten something under my fingernails again. What was I working with? Iodine, perhaps? I didn't used to lose things like this. A disease of the memory, perhaps. A common affliction for the gifted. The Duke must see reason. I need more patience. There's so much I could do here. Like when Adamire first opened. Coming back to the Institute after my trip hasn't relaxed me as I thought it would. My sleep is disturbed. but I can't put my finger on it.
You did well finding Anton Sokolov, my friend. The old man is with Kirin Jindosh, who is prying him apart, digging out all his secrets,
She would
adding
say about
Sokolov's
this.
knowledge to his own. Who knows what wonders of natural philosophy Jindosh will reveal in future days. But
I
it's
can hear
time
her
for you to
whispering
come out once again.
from down in a well.
We have need for your special talents. The good doctors do for a trip to Dunwall because Ichabod Boyle is next on the list.
Terrible killings.
And make this
So
one
much
messy.
blood.
Give
So
the
much
newspaper
meat.
something to write about and give the people of the Empire fodder for their nightmares.
Why are you so damn timid? You little mouse. I would take hold of your tongue and pull it from your head if I could. Such a face I see in my dreams. As if someone has painted my portrait, twisted my expression. Why would anyone do that?
I come and I go, putting Hypatia to sleep as I want. But even when she's awake, I'm with her, looking out through her eyes. I
Now there's an idea, an elixir.
She saves her love for the sooted workers, suffocating deep down in the mines, for the children in hovels at the edge of the city, cursed with short, nasty lives. And for Vasco,
Days and nights.
missing now for months.
Fly maggots worming around underneath.
Dear sister, I long to take him apart, to roll in the mess, rutting against his slippery skull, driving myself against his red fever. In time, good Vasco. In time.
Payment for all the throats you ripped open.
Why?
You're Hamilton? Why did they lock you up? You know something?
I swear, I know what I saw. Hooded. I just caught a glimpse. So much hate in the eyes. As if the world needed more of that. I'm not seeing things. I hope they didn't steal my notes. I need to go back to my room. They took my key. I thought I could... I don't know. What a fool I was.
A victim of the Crown Killer, no doubt. That's the watchtower.
On here?
Place yet. I don't like it. Ready now?
Yes. Let's head out for the dreadful whale.
You didn't find Sokolov?
No, but I killed Hypatia.
You what?
She was the Crown Killer. The Duke tricked her into injecting herself with a flawed version of her serum. It changed her. She wasn't even aware of it.
And Sokolov?
He's been moved to the home of a man named Kiran Jindosh.
The Duke's grand inventor. They say he's a genius.
They die like anyone else. I need Anton Sokolov. but he's missing. Held by another inventor named Karen Jindosh, who no doubt wants whatever secrets Sokolov holds in his head. Jindosh is the mad inventor who brought clockwork killing machines to Karnaca. They say he's got the most brilliant mind in the Isles, and it may be true, but a smart man wouldn't be standing in my way. I've got to find out where Sokolov's being held and bring the old man back alive. Rescue one genius and kill the other before he creates an army of clockwork soldiers.
He's everything they say, even older. He's got an allure, too. Am I being dishonest? Everybody's got secrets, I guess. Maybe mine are worse than most. It's time to go get Sokolov.
Ramsey and the Crown Killer. 2 pieces of the puzzle. More to go.
Ready?
Let's go.
All right, let's get underway. Jindosh is important to the Duke's inner circle. The Grand Guard watches his mansion, harassing people who look like trouble.
You said there's a wall of light cutting off access to the carriage station.
Yes, but there's a black market shop nearby. They sell on the sly. Ever use a rewiring tool?
Yes, but it's been years.
Good. Get past the wall of light, then ride the carriage to where Jindosh lives. And there's a reason people are afraid of his mansion.
I'll see you after it's done.
Corvo, take care of this crazy man and his clockwork soldiers, then bring Sokolov back. He means a lot to me.
Just awoke from a dream. Red waves rising up from the ocean, coming to smash Karnaca. I screamed and fell out of bed. It's not common knowledge, but traveling by ship horrifies me. It's unnatural. The ocean is a malignant force.
Kieran Jindosh, the Duke's grand inventor. Once he was commissioned to make a toy for a 6-year Tivian noble girl. Jindosh worked for 3 months and built a machine composed of wood, brass, and the bones of several cats. It ran on a few drops of whale oil a day. The little girl was told she would have a special treat, and she was perfectly delighted until the moment it was activated. She lives at an asylum up at Dabakfa now, and will until the end of her days.
We're playing dice tonight. You in?
I need your help.
Welcome. There's something familiar about you.
I've been away from Karnaca for a long time. I need a rewire tool, like the ones used by the Grand Guard. No questions. Clear?
Yes, sir. But I can't help you right now. I have people coming in, and I can't be responsible for their manners if you take my meaning. Paolo is coming by. See me later.
Understood.
You should go. We can do business another time. Like I said, Paolo is coming by. I think he's here. Hide yourself.
Lock it down. This won't take long.
Sleep tonight.
Make sure we have some privacy.
Eyes are burning.
wrong. I put this all...
He's gone. What happened?
What just happened?
Witchcraft. He's more than just a petty thug, isn't he?
Come in. I might have what... Next time, maybe.
Just one night, and I'm covered in shankers. I'm always. You don't gotta say it twice.
Damn it, I need to pee.
This shirt leaks. Gotta get a spare uniform. Something feels wrong.
It's Blood Ox due tonight.
Something's gotta give.
Busting for the death. I don't even know that. I
See Jindosh's mansion from here. The carriage line is blocked. I'll have to unlock the gate.
Damn it, I need to pee.
Best thing that ever happened to this city. Give me a handful of the clockworks and I'll clean up the dust district. I don't know, maybe the tall boys were better from the time. Change. If the Duke has his way, we'll have an army of the Clockwork soldiers by this time next year. Maybe I should just work a double shift, so I don't have to listen to him tell me about how good it was under the Duke's locker before.
Got to get over to what...
I don't know.
I've known people like Jindosh. Broken children who'd cut up cats to see how they worked. Jindosh, it's time to pay for what you've done, and maybe I can find Sokolov.
Welcome to my home, stranger. The door is always open to those with the will to pass the threshold. If you're here by appointment, then proceed and bide your time. Otherwise, I'd be remiss if I didn't inform you about the defensive mechanisms employed here, which are quite formidable. Many have entered without invitation, for reasons as myriad as the fish in the ocean. But of those who've dared to explore further, very few have found their way back out.
the space behind the walls.
He didn't want his teeth broken out. Maybe he shouldn't have opened his mouth.
Mechanical soldiers moving wall.
Oh well.
Maya spent 3 months over on the west side working near Lady Pinoli. And that's all it took. Now he's a major. Lucky bastard.
Who would build something like this? And why?
Someone's activated one of the mechanisms in my house.
Jindosh.
Welcome, visitor. My home is always open. It's one of my great curiosities, seeing how the common mind navigates these shifting rules. I'm Kieran Jindosh, but you must know that. I challenge you to come find me. Take whatever you seek, but all along the way, and I'll have your body carried to my lab for dissection. You're quite close now. I can't remember any other visitor getting so far. Do you feel pride? Anticipation? So many events in motion, each exerting subtle gravity. With Delilah, a new empire could be drawn, and all the old barriers broken. Much could be accomplished. My clockwork soldiers have played their part, but each costs more coin than a wealthy man sees in a lifetime. It could take years to find a solution on my own, but if Sokolov can be tamed, together we might refine the process, making new clockworks at a fraction of the cost. Whether I seduce my old teacher with the thrill of discovery, or whether I'm forced to apply the clamps to his flesh and turn on the voltage, no matter. One of the finest views in all Karnak.
What kind of sadistic joke is this? There's another choice here, assuming Jindosh's electroshock machine works. Not sure I'd call it mercy. It's a long way down.
Some detection without certainty.
Welcome to the final mystery, Jindosh. This must be the electroshock machine Jindosh mentioned.
Okay, the machine has detected something. The playback indicates a false positive.
Of natural philosophy. In your prime, the most sought-after painter in all the Empire.
Return to
hero in younger days. Now, my puppet.
If you're going to use this inelegant-looking device against me, get on with it, Jindosh. Though I'm not sure what you hope to accomplish. I must admit to feeling a bit of professional curiosity as to the function of the apparatus.
Patience, friend, patience. The sequence of events is important. You'll come to understand my electroshock machine, but when? Before or after that light leaves your eyes? And the machine is experiencing uncertainty. Who will tell me that?
Has anyone ever loved the sound of his own voice as much as you do, Kieran? Perhaps the device could tell us that.
No, sadly, it cannot. But what it can do is take from you the thing you love the most. Your precious intellect. If you won't agree to collaborate on the next clockwork prototype, I'll use the device on that brain of yours, Sokolov.
I refuse. If I'm to be a drooling idiot, at least I won't be bothered by any more of your rambling theories.
General detection state. Something tripped the detection rig unduly. of robbery today. Extending exploration of the area. Search playback. The machine is still searching.
Sokolov.
Standing by. Reconfiguration reported.
Corvo. It would have to be you. Perhaps Megan came for you in Dunwall. But Jindosh...
Already growing cold. Don't try to move.
Well, that's the Corvo I remember.
How many people am I gonna see get hanged this month? Oh, I'll never get used to it.
You did it. How is he?
Frail and wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
All right. The void again, but it feels different.
Surprised I can pull you into this place? The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned Emily into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
What's she playing at? Maybe how is the question.
I told you when you're older. Perhaps next year.
You said that last year. Jessamine is younger than me, and she's at court every day.
Distance, well, it's complicated. We'll understand someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
During the day, Jessamine and I played games in the tower. But at night, I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year, I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
I didn't break it.
Would you like to tell me what did?
We were just playing.
You're Lady Jessamine. Who is here now?
It was her. Delilah's life. She broke it.
I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn.
My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Your sentence is served and you'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
How much of this is true, and how much is Delilah's warped imagination? When I saw what they'd done to Anton Sokolov, I wanted to hurt everyone who'd helped Delilah and the Duke of Serkonos pull off their coup. Sokolov is the man who made whale oil into a weapon, who turned back the plague, and now he's barely able to speak. The hands that painted the most powerful men and women of our time shake too badly to hold a spoon. When he does talk, he's going to give me a name, the next step along the way to Duke Luca Abel, then Delilah herself. A name. That's all I need.